The men's soccer team at Caldwell University is coming off an 8-6-3 record, and while they look to build off that next season, they've added a new part to the puzzle by recently signing head coach Max Correa. He joins me now to talk about this next big step in his career. Max, thanks so much for coming on, and congratulations.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, so
It's a really exciting opportunity.
it's our pleasure to have you on. So first off, let's go back to the beginning. How did you first develop a passion for soccer?
Yeah, so I was originally born in Ecuador. The culture in South America is football always. So my dad kind of got me into it, and then came here and just continued to stay involved in the game, and it just became a huge part of my life. The older I got, and realizing how much I really cared for it.
Now, who were some of your inspirations growing up? Did you have any professional athletes or role models in your childhood that you looked up to?
Yeah, so the first player I really liked was Ronaldinho, but then obviously Messi is my favorite. Then once I started getting into the coaching aspect, I started, looking at some coaches that I really liked and enjoyed, and kind of just blended together.
Now, you graduated Drew University in 2018 and you headed south to the College of Charleston in South Carolina, where you served as an assistant coach. Can you talk about your time there and the experience you gained as a coach?
Yeah, I'm very thankful for College of Charleston. My former boss there gave me an opportunity of a lifetime, and I went there when I was 24. Stood for 4 years, grew so much as a person, as a coach, learned from my peers, and it definitely played a big role of why I'm here today in this seat as a head coach. So it's obviously again very grateful for College of Charleston. Division 1 was a great experience. Obviously, as a player, I wanted to play there, Division 1, but didn't work out. But to be able to be part of that environment, it was special. It's definitely very professional, and it was an amazing time.
Now, a lot of people pursuing your career as a college coach have to get their start away from home before getting a job close to home. I remember having to go through that as a news and sports anchor, too. It's not always an easy path, but you're a Belleville native, and now you're back in Essex County. How great does it feel to be back home?
Yeah, I think that was definitely the cherry on top. I know with this, career moving will be pretty common throughout your lifetime. But coming back home, seeing friends, being close to family, was definitely a good, addition to this whole new next step in my career.
It is a nice cherry on top. Now, what is it about Caldwell University that you're looking most forward to? What makes this school stand out above the rest?
Yeah, obviously, like you said, I went to Drew University, which is a very small school. I think when I first got on campus here, kind of had that similar feel as if I was back at Drew. And I think that's kind of that something I really liked about Caldwell is that small, close community. And obviously, the athletic department here has been great. Very supportive of each other, helping each other out. Same thing with me. So it's a relationship, and definitely the campus. I think that make it special, and hopefully I could use that, and continue to have a winning program.
This is obviously a dream of yours. What was your reaction to getting the call that you'd be the next head soccer coach at Caldwell University?
Yeah, I'm never gonna forget that day. It was a surreal feeling, to get that call and say that they want to give me the job. It was very, I remember my heart dropping, because it was one of those things that's, oh wow, like this is happening right now. But yeah, it was a special feeling for sure.
Who are some of the key players that you think will play a big role next season?
Yeah, there's a lot of good players that are coming back. Very that's another part of this process that I looked at, and thought it was very appealing to me, seeing all the good players that are already here and going to return. Obviously, we have a couple of conference players that you expect them to step up again, in the new next year, more experience. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that as a team, as a program, we're all doing our job to make sure that everybody is contributing to the success of the team in the season. Whether that's culturally, performance, pushing each other, being supportive, being a good teammate. And so I'm looking forward to hopefully continue to push the culture of the program, and everybody feels like it's a big role of the success of the team.
And Max, last question. I ask this to every coach. As athletes, you teach them to be winners, but how are you trying to make them better people for the real world?
Yeah, that's something that I've already talked to them about, in our first team meeting. The big reason of who I am today is because of this sport, and because of other coaches that have had an impact on my life. And for me, the biggest thing for me to teach them is, just resilience. Ups and downs of a season, of a game, how relatable that is to life and overcoming it. So resilience is one of the biggest values that I really take, initiative to pass that on to the players and making sure that everything's relatable. But for me, at the end of the day, good coaches, they don't get only evaluated on wins or the championships. It's also about what you do to the players that you can impact. So looking forward again to hopefully win a lot of championships and games, but continue to develop my players into top people after soccer.
They'll always remember how you treat them. Max Correa, head soccer coach at Caldwell University, thanks so much for taking the time, and
Of
best of
course.
luck next season.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for everything.